Yes, 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 indeed, indeed, indeed. You know what it is. You know what it is. You know what we're about to talk to about today. You know what we're about to talk about today, man. Go ahead and let's get it into it. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. I am Call Me Nakomi, and as always, welcome back to Call Me Nakomi World, your one-stop shop for sports and entertainment content, guys. I am so happy to be back. It's been a while. I shouldn't have left you. I'm sorry, but you know I come through whenever I can to give y'all what you need, some nice sports content. Sometimes I give you the entertainment, but right now I'm just in sports right now, guys. I'm in sports right now. So I'm so happy to be able to come back here. I'm giving it to you live here on YouTube, my channel, Call Me Nakomi World. Please go ahead, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel if you're not already. I know we have at least one person in the stream right now. Say what's up if you're here. I really appreciate y'all for doing it. But at the same time, thank you so much for coming through. As always, I appreciate you for coming here on my YouTube channel. But also, don't forget that I have a podcast for Call Me Nakomi World. It's the Call Me Nakomi World podcast, and it's available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, guys. So go ahead. I'm definitely going to put this episode up on my podcast. So it's going to be some really good stuff I'm going to cover today, guys. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you guys coming through, and I hope that you guys stay with me through the whole entire podcast. We're going to be talking WNBA, we're going to be talking NBA, but of course we're going to be starting off. Our big topic is going to be the Lakers have hired JJ Reddick as the next Lakers head coach. Man, I'm just happy that it is over. The coaching search is over. Can I say I'm excited? I'm excited that it's over. I don't know if I could say if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but at the same time, I am glad about it. I'm so happy about it. And we're going to talk about it a little bit more in a couple minutes. But please, like I said before, make sure you have subscribed to the channel. Also, make sure you go ahead and hit that alert button, that alarm button, so that y'all know when I go live, so y'all know immediately and y'all can come in and tap in with me. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm still kind of, getting to know the ins and outs and how to basically, do the live, so where y'all know exactly when, and it'll be up on my channel, so y'all will see that, oh, she plan on having a live tonight. I'm getting there. But at the same time, please go ahead, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification button. Also, please like the video if you haven't already done so before. Please, it's not going to take you 2 minutes. Go ahead and just click that button. You know what I mean? Subscribe, comment, leave a comment out there. I really appreciate it. Every single time you guys come in, I really appreciate this interacting with everybody. Like right just now, I just got a comment from Nathaniel Cranshaw. Thank you, sir, for coming through. As a Laker fan, I'm glad the search is over. Absolutely. I hope we win a championship. Bro, same here. Preaching to the choir. We are subscribed. We are members of the same congregation, sir. I hope that we get it real soon. I hope that we get another one real soon, and we don't let them Celtics get a big head at all. Obviously, guys, the Celtics won another championship, so they are now in the lead with 18 championships, and we have 17. But at the same time, the competition is cute, but it's not as relevant as it used to be when we were still kind of trading blows. We've been hitting at least one or two a decade, for years, you know what I mean? And they've won in stretches of like 16s and 20 years, you know what I mean? So, they could keep it. It's cool, but we coming, and I hope they know that we coming. I personally feel like even we could have gave Boston a run for their money. They caught the right team. That's basically all I got to say. They caught the right team because we beat them without LeBron and AD, and they had Porzingis on the court that night. So hey, take it how you want, how you feel. Take it how you want. But at the same time, I felt like we would have had a chance, even with our bum ass coach that we used to have, and our team that was lacking a lot of pieces that I really hoped and it was counting on to give us a really good season this year. But it's all good. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be back next year, and we're gonna bubble as we usually do. You know what I mean? So go ahead. If you haven't, go ahead and subscribe. Leave a comment like my man Nathaniel did already, and please share it with your friends. If you basically, looking for some good content, some WNBA content here and there, or I said some real cool stuff, go ahead and share the video with your friends. You know what I mean? And I appreciate it, and I thank you in advance. You know what I'm saying? But moving right along, I want to say a happy belated Juneteenth to all the people out there in the diaspora. All the people out there in the diaspora. I'm here wearing my Laker purple dashiki. I was saving it for Juneteenth. I was hoping that the information would have came a little bit earlier, but they was respectful. They allowed the Juneteenth observation of the Juneteenth to basically pass, and then they basically dropped the JJ news. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all let us have that. Y'all let Kendrick have it, and then you let the rest of the people know exactly that we could now lay down our burdens. Pause. We can't lay down a burden yet. We can't lay it down. Absolutely not. We still are invested. We live and die by every play and every single game. Yes, we do, because we are fanatics and we are truly, truly invested because we have been a part of this family for decades. So you can't come in and be shocked that this is something that we do or that we're truly invested in. And we know every single thing you do, and we watch every single play, and we dissect every single thing you do when you're on the coaching bench. So JJ, I hope you're ready for that. And I believe you are, because you know what? You came from a big program in school. You played for great teams. You played in the playoffs before. I'm pretty sure you made it to a couple of those playoff games. Yes, you played. I believe you were on that Magic team that lost to the Lakers. So, you know what I mean? I hope that, that all that information has built up, and you're going to basically bring it on for us. I got a Kobe Bryant Lakers shirt. Hey, gotta have at least one or two. Gotta have at least one or two in your repertoire. I have several Laker shirts, of course. I have a Kobe Bryant Black Mamba shirt, and I'm mad I didn't get the Mambas when I was working in the sneaker store at the time when it came out. I could have got the black and yellow Mambas to go with it, but I lost out because I'm just not really a big, huge sneakerhead, but that is one sneaker that I'm mad I missed out on. You know what I mean? Also, Nathaniel said, I wasn't rooting for the Celtics in the finals. I will never root for the Celtics. It is what it is. It's Lakers forever. Let's go, JJ. Yes, we got to throw our support. Now, listen, it's one thing if we're being frugal, we're being, discerning, and we're using our judgment and our basketball acumen. Laker fans have big basketball acumen. Some people basically think that Laker fans are just delusional, and we just think that people are going to pull things out of this. No, we know what a good basketball looks like. We know what good teams look like, and we know what a winning team looks like. So hopefully they put together a winning team, and and that will earn the support that we're going to give them regardless. You know what I mean? In 2029, Nathaniel said, in 2029, JJ was a player for the Magic. Exactly. When our Lakers destroyed them in 5 games. Exactly. You know what I mean? So he had some experience playing at a high level at the top, at the top of his game, and he fell a little short, but that's okay. Not every coach wins championships as a player, and not every successful one, from college wins in the NBA. So it just happens to be timing, injuries, and the right chemistry, and just catching those times as a coach to give your team the littlest edge that you can to help them get over. And that's basically what being a coach is, and what basketball and winning basketball looks like. You know what I mean? So we'll know it when we see it, and we have big hopes. So real quick though, before I get into the to JJ talk, also another thing that happened yesterday, real quick, because we talking about my LA, my haven't visited yet, but second home. Kendrick Lamar had the pop out yesterday. It was a cultural event. Everybody was talking about it today. I was looking at it yesterday. I heard about it on Gilbert Arenas' show yesterday, and I was just like, oh, word, that sounds cool. I didn't know it was going to be what it was going to be. I was chilling with my family, just watching TV, just having some time with them. You know what I mean? And then I came out and find out that I didn't slept through a whole world shift. You know what I'm saying? It's like Busta Rhymes. There's a whole world collapse, plain and simple. So it was his victory lap. My man went up there. It was star-studded. Braun was there. James Harden was there. Russell Westbrook and DeMar DeRozan was up on the stage crip walking. I mean, it was a celebration, absolutely, of life. They did a tribute for Nipsey. They represented for Tupac, and they did LA proud from what I saw. So I hope that y'all had a great time watching that. I'm mad that I didn't think about it to even do a live that night, but hey, I was asleep, so that's why I missed out on the opportunity. But I hope you all enjoyed it. My man played They Not Like Us 5-6 times. Savage, absolutely straight savage. It was the victory lap. That's all I could call it. It was the victory lap. And I love it because I feel like hip hop as a whole has been missing the substance of hip hop. Yeah, some people have, lyrics and stuff like that, but the lyrics are surface. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing deep that goes into it. And Kendrick is definitely someone that puts something deep into it. And so I'm glad that, he was able to drop some tunes, teach these kids that lyrics actually matter again. And I hope that music as a whole has a shift. So I'm looking forward to all the things that come back to music and to hip hop. And salute to you, Kendrick. You earned that crown, sir. You earned that crown. Okay, so let's get to the meat and potatoes of the talks right now. The meat and potatoes. It's about damn time. When I saw that flash on my phone, I was just like, oh, thank goodness. I was expecting it on Monday, but not Monday because Monday was the finals. But at the same time, I was like, all right, do it Tuesday. No, you're not doing it Tuesday. Dang, you're gonna do it on Juneteenth? I'll take it, whatever. But no Juneteenth. I was just like, please do it before the end of the weekend. I mean, the draft is on the 26th, which is what day is that? I don't got a calendar up in front of me, but it's the 26th. So we need to get somebody in, at least somebody who's gonna know and have an idea of who we drafting. If you want to have any extra words, if you want to watch some film, if you have a thought of what it might look like, when it comes all together, we need somebody in the room. So at least they have an idea and they're not going to walk in and see, oh, surprise party. This is your team. That's not cool. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that we got that straightened out and we were able to bring him in, and you know what I mean? It's the person that we expected. You know what I mean? They dropped the news this afternoon and basically just put our minds all at ease and at rest. For the time being, Shams, I put it down for you, bro. I'm gonna give it up to you, plain and simple. Shams, you were right. You said it would happen after the finals. You were right. You never went back on your word with all the whole Dan Hurley conversation. You never stepped away from that, So mad power to you, bro. And for giving it to us straight and let us know exactly what was going to be, what the deal was. You know what I mean? So he basically realized that, yeah, things might, people might be saying this, might say that or whatever, but at the same time, they liked, there was something about JJ that they saw and they liked and they thought was going to basically be a game changer rather than just recycling the same old clothes. You know what I mean? It's cool to have that kind of stuff on your bench, but at the same time, you need somebody who actually is going to be different. Especially you had the same thing. You've had old NBA coaches, you've had old assistant NBA coaches. Why not have a new guy who is coming off, coming fresh, has no extra baggage coming around from no other places except for his playing career, but he could come in fresh from the observer looking from the outside in. And I believe that he would definitely, he definitely probably would love to live to be working in LA again if he hasn't been doing that already. I assume he does. But at the same time, you know what I mean? I'm glad that we were able to get that done, and it happened. So plain and simple, but it's a done deal. So, but plain and simple, it still is a gamble. Let's just call a spade a spade. It's a gamble. You know what I mean? There's pros and cons to the whole situation. You know what I mean? Of course, the first pro that we really kind of prescribed to JJ was the fact that he had the Coach K plug. You know what I'm saying? He had the Coach K plug. You know what I mean? He's Coach K, of course, one of the college coaching goats of all time. He was a consultant with the team for their search. So so I was like, okay, so no matter what was going on, I know JJ was basically, attached to the conversation, but at the same time, he could have been giving them other, good ideas of other things that they need to think about, or at least I'm just glad it is somebody outside of the room. You know what I mean? Someone who's not like living and dying and breathing on every single thing Lakers. It's good to have a perspective outside of ourselves. So sometimes you forget, you go nose blind when you can't smell your own shit no more. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And I'm personally grateful of the fact that we had that voice from outside the room. And Coach K has some Laker connections, of course. Kobe, Bron, like I said before in a previous video, and of course coaching Bron and Kobe in the Olympics. So, Coach, of course, nobody's not gonna trust Coach K when he says a word. Plain and simple, you take it as gospel. It is what it is. But it's good that we had him as a someone that we could reach out to and talk to, and I hope that continues in this situation. And another pro for him is he has a projected high ceiling. You know what I mean? He has never coached before, obviously. But at the same time, he has a great basketball mind. He speaks basketball like he truly, truly understands it. So that means that not only does he think basketball well, but he can communicate basketball well. And that is very, very important for a coach. You know what I mean? But also, he loves to win. He went to a proud college and tried his best to win a national championship and was unable to do so. But at the same time, he was there sitting underneath Coach K and learning every single thing he possibly could to prepare himself for an opportunity that he's going to know, either by making himself a greater basketball player or preparing himself for something that plenty of players have aspired to do. I coached a little bit, in some JV leagues here and there, basically, and I loved it very much. You know what I mean? But coaching little league, coaching 12-year-olds in a church league is different from coaching professional basketball players. And all the different situations that come with that. Their finances, their money, the salary cap, which is not specifically your concern, JJ, but at the same time, it's something that is a concern with the NBA team. It's not just, these are my players forever and for perpetuity. No, that's not how it goes. You know what I mean? So, yo, Empire Jeff, what's going on with you, bro? Appreciate you coming through, man. I really appreciate it. So, there's a lot of different things that go into being a coach. So I can't say that, and supposedly, as they say, oh, he coached his daughter's team, and that's cool. And that's good, because at least you get some kind of idea about, it's not about, at that point, it's not specifically about, oh, he's coaching kids, whatever like that. It's about loving to teach the game and realizing that you can actually convey that idea and direct people to do things that will make it easier for them to play the game or put them in a position to win the game. That is coaching. You know what I mean? So I feel like he probably got the coaching bug years ago, but at the same time, he definitely probably works through that, kind of lives vicariously through coaching his daughter's team. But of course, sooner or later, you want to do it on this level. You played at that level. If you don't have to go back down to this level, why not go and apply for that job? I mean, if you got it, you got it. It is what it is. You apply. What's the worst that they can say? No. That's the thing that I heard the first thing when I used to be like asking my homeboys, like, yo, so how do you holler at girls? You don't feel nervous or nothing? And they said, yo, the worst thing she could say is no. And I mean, I'd be like, you right. So, I mean, hey, he put himself out there and he got the job. So I'm mad props to you, JJ. Mad props to you. You know what I mean? So, but at the same time, he has a projected high ceiling. And I say projected because obviously he hasn't done it yet. So it's like a rookie in fantasy football or fantasy basketball. You expect that they should be good because they have all the tools, but they have to actually put that out in practice. So we're going to see what that is. You know what I mean? And JJ will be more of a player-friendly coach personally than Darren Hurley. That is a pro. You know what I mean? Because he's been there. He's done it. He played on that level. He's talked to coaches. He's, so he's able to relate to these players a lot easier. You know what I mean? And he ain't, I was about to call the coaches brokies, but he ain't these brokey coaches. Oh, Monty Williams ain't no brokey coach. I'll tell you that much. But got me a glass of vino. I'm toasting to you, JJ. But yeah, I feel like he would definitely be a more player friendly coach. And he also he has close ties to a lot of college coaches and assistants and players that he played with or he coached or he played under. So he's actually a sponge when it comes to basketball. He's almost like, what's up, Craig? What's going on with you, man? He's actually almost kind of like Kobe-esque, where he just learned as much. He's not afraid to ask questions. Some people basically are like, oh, there goes that person that has the whole entire master plan, but I'm afraid to go and ask him a question. Closed mouth don't get fed. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that you had that kind of personality. You know what I'm saying? Hold on one second before I even go a little further into this conversation, because I'm a little bit into the zodiac, as some people would think. You know what I'm saying? Or no, So I'm just like, let me find out. Oh, I really misspelled his name. I'm gonna have to respell his name on the title of this show, on the title of this episode. Oh, his birthday is in a couple days. Well, happy birthday, happy early birthday to you. Are you a Gemini? I'll take it. I'll take a little bit of crazy on that floor. Hold on, I don't know. Is he a Gemini? I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm a little bit off on that. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'll be right back. Like I said, I'm a little bit of a astrology person here. So let me see now. It's actually no, he is a Cancer. It's okay. It's okay, JJ. I heard Cancer male Cancers are pretty cool, but that's what's up. You wear your emotion on your sleeve, just like me. I'm an Aries. You wear your emotion on your sleeve, and I hope that you bring that fire to the locker room, man, and to the sidelines. You gotta let these people know you care. No, I care if you win or lose. And damn it, it hurts me damn near more than it hurts you, obviously. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of fire I want to see on the sideline, man. You know what I mean? So anyway, so he had lots of ties out there, you know what I'm saying? But the Lakers the Lakers wanted to show that they were doing their due diligence. So they had to go out there and look for other people. You know what I mean? It would be a shame if you opened up I mean, I'm about to go into some other talk basically. I don't want to make this a political episode at all. I don't usually do political episodes, but at the same time, it's kind of like, getting hired for a job where they interviewed other people. So anyway, but that's basically, but they did their due diligence. They put it out there. They shot their shot at Dan Hurley. Dan Hurley said, I'm good. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? I don't really eat dairy. You know what I mean? So that's basically what Dan Hurley said. I'm going to go back home and go get me, a knish out in East, with a gyro. You know what I mean? I'm going to basically just go get me a slice of pizza. You know what I mean? I'm cool with the sushi. You know what I mean? But we eat sushi on the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, come on, mouse, come alive. Anyway, but anyway, they had to do their due diligence, so they had to interview the other coaches, you know what I mean? And I'm only hoped that JJ wouldn't feel offended by that. And I feel like if he's a serious guy about this job and realizes that every single coaching opening, usually Budenholzer, that doesn't usually happen often. They didn't even, I don't know if they barely even had a phone call with my man. They might have just faxed over the contract and he said, fax it back. I know, fax, scan, PDF. You know what I'm talking about. Stop playing. Anyway, DocuSign. You know what I'm saying? I bought a whole house with DocuSign. But got to do that. You barely got to put pen to paper nowadays. But some places they want to see a wet signature. Anyway, get back to the situation. So I just hope that he didn't feel offended by it. Possibly seeing, but we had to do it. We had to do what we had to do. So, but I'm glad that we went out there, we looked around, we realized that the fish in the sea was not that great. So we're going to come on back. I was just playing with you, JJ. Come over here, big head. You know what I mean? It's all good. I was just playing with them chicks. I was going to come right back. You know what I mean? So, hey, I'm glad we got it. We got JJ and it's all good. You know what I mean? And he's in other pros that he has. He's an overachiever. He's a crazy nut when it comes to basically to studying everything basketball. He's methodical with everything he does. When he decides that that's what he's going to do, he's going to do it to the absolute top of his ability. And I think that's something that definitely Braun respects about him and why they probably connected. You know what I mean? And he's absolutely obsessive at that kind of stuff, and he is competitive and wants to win. So I'll take that. Not saying that any of our other coaches didn't want to win, but I like that new blood, and I want to see that new blood on our coaching staff. Anyway, now some of the cons. Of course, the elephant in the room, he has an unknown floor because he's never even been on the floor. This is his first time actually touching the floor. So you can't take a kid's game that he coaches or whatever, speculatively or supposedly, that he coached before. That you can't really count on that. It's pretty much brand new. But at the same time, we're gonna see what he has. What he has when he comes in. So there's no specifically, there's no specific floor for him. But I feel like he has a high ceiling. So he's just basically floating around and float. Anyway, but and obviously the question is, can he coach at that high level if he's never really done it before? But we're gonna see. We're gonna see. And I feel I I hope that his intellect and basketball IQ can relate and translate to being a good coach. There you go. You know, hope, of course, another con is a possibility that he's just a puppet for LeBron, and I'm hoping that's not what it is. I hope that Bron is not that shallow that he basically, only is seeing just get another puppet. He knows his days is numbered, you know what I mean? But he helped us out, and honestly, it's the whole LeBron experiment has been stressful for the Laker fans, but it's always stressful. So we take it with a grain of salt. We was pulling our hair out when Kobe was out there and he was losing. So it is what it is. But I hope that that's not what the situation is. And I hope that the schemes that he comes up with offensively aren't schemes that are only, benefiting Braun. From what I've heard, they in the interview, or big parts of why they actually really considered him was the fact that he was focused on getting AD involved massively during late times in the game. And if it's anything that any Laker fan can say that they probably could pull their hair out about, is the fact that our coaches for the last couple years have faded away from, like, he would have like 25 points in the first 3 quarters and then have 2 more points. And that is madness to me, especially when the other team has no big man. So that has to be a prerequisite, that you have some schemes coming in and focus on making AD the focal point. Because it makes no sense to go ahead and bring this dude in. They gave him some good money, you know what I mean? And I hope that what they do is, he has some ideas of what they could do to basically bring out AD and help to build a team. We would have loved to have had a automatic system built in and installed by Dan Hurley, but at the same time, it all comes down to now who he adds with him on the staff. So the money, real quick, I'm going to get to some of these comments, guys. I really appreciate you for commenting. Thank you so much for being active out here, man. I'm almost there. The money, supposedly he is getting a 4-year deal in the neighborhood of $8 million per year. So that would put him at about $32 million contract. That's not bad compared to 70 to 76. But at the same time, yeah, we would have rather have Hurley at that price rather than the discount that we given that JJ is giving us. But you got to start somewhere. You have no real experience. So you got to just do that entry level, bro. But work your ass off, and you're going to be assistant manager someday. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you, JJ. You know what I mean? But it all comes down to the coaching staff too. It's already being reported by Woj that he has begun assembling his staff to surround himself with experience. And I thank you so much, JJ, for being realistic in this situation and not thinking that you and your homeboys from the corner back in Roanoke is going to go through and run this team. No. And so I'm glad that he's doing what he got to do. And that is the key. You need a basketball brain you need other basketball brains on the bench with you. And we need to, they need to help him fill in the blanks, because he really doesn't understand the coaching at a the full idea of and job duties that a NBA coach has. So I'm glad that they're going to have some good experienced coaches there to be with him. So hopefully that's what they get to hire. Some of my dream first assistant candidates would be Monty. Would you? How many of y'all out there would want Monty Williams on your team? I wish I could figure out how to do some polls. One day I'm going to figure out how to do that. But I have people that I think would be my dream first assistant candidates is Monty Williams, Adrian Griffin, Mark Jackson, of course, is another person that comes up. I mean, as long as he basically keeps his belief system to himself, to each his own, no problem. You invite somebody, but if they don't come, don't kill them over it, man. Let them just be. If they're gonna come to the pulpit, they're gonna answer that altar call when they're ready. But you can't be dragging them out of the pew to take them up to the altar call. Come on, man. Let them come to God when they on their own time. Right now, God they praying to. They bought out the bar for it. So I mean, hey, But yeah, so Monty Williams, Adrian Griffin. I always thought about Adrian Griffin because I felt that he got a raw deal out there in Milwaukee. So I think that he would have a chip on his shoulder too. I assume that he's a good coach. He had them clicking before Doc came through and crashed the car. But so I think that would be good. Mark Jackson would be interesting. Stan Van Gundy, somebody who I think that I've heard a lot of people say that they hate, but at the same time, they think that he has a basketball mind. And they said that he outthought himself, and that's why the Magic did so well, did so poorly. So take it with a grain of salt. Who knows what, but he also played for Stan Van Gundy. So I think Stan Van Gundy actually might be a good, good mind to have on the bench with you. You know what I mean? Another person, Scotty Brooks, a Cali native himself. He's a former player and a former coach of the Thunder and the Wizards. I guess Jared Dudley. I'm not saying that he should be your first assistant, but he definitely could be a second assistant on that on that bench. That would be dope. But it's also rumored that the Mavs don't intend on losing him. So we're gonna have to see with that tug of war and see which one of us get him. But I've been wanting Jared Dudley back on our bench for years now. Also, of course, Sam Cassell. But personally, I don't know, to move from being an assistant with one team to being an assistant with the other team, lateral movements. Unless you ain't got nothing to do, you just won a championship. If I were you, either I'd take a head coach job or I'll be back next year, Celtics. If I was Sam Cassell, that is. Anyway, others that I would like to see on the bench, of course, Phil Hannity, because he is definitely, the creme de la creme of player development. But you also have to have a program in place. So I hope that they do have a coach that assistant coach that is involved in weighing and measuring the abilities of young players and young talent and seeing where they could be, what they can grow into, and putting that in place in their system, and coaching philosophy and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? And of course, Rondo. I already heard that Rondo was somebody that they said that he is definitely wanted on that bench. So thank you, basketball guys. I really do believe in that. I really do be believing. Throwing in double negatives, I don't care. I really do believe that Rajon Rondo would be absolutely great. I've always wanted him back. I really do believe that he could turn into being a great coach. And I think that him and JJ could be a great 1-2 punch until maybe Rondo decides to be, go off on his own and do what he wants. I would love it if Rondo was the coach himself personally, but hey, everybody got to start somewhere. And I think it would be a beautiful journey for Rondo and JJ to make together, to come up with a offensive philosophy and plan and system, and for them to create a system, looking at it with fresh eyes from basketball minds, great basketball minds that are young, with at least a couple of older studying influences in the room. That's how you build it. I feel like that's how you're going to build it. And the offensive philosophy, of course, like I said, should run through AD. Yes, please. Thank you very much. And also the next thing that they have to consider, and it's coming up soon, is the draft, like I said, and free agency. Team free agency started the other day. So teams are already re-signing their teams that they are, that they have, or they are starting to look for trades, which will of course come and start coming out. Oh yeah, the first one I already saw drop. Alex Caruso is going to, where did I see that? Alex Caruso is being traded for, he's going to the Oklahoma City Thunder. That's gonna be interesting. We're gonna have to play him 4 times or 3 times a year. But love you, Alex. I wish you were back over here, but good luck to you where you're gonna go. And they're getting Giddy out of there. I mean, I could understand that they just don't want that stink around their team no more. And Chicago's like, we'll take them. Anyway, so so that's what's going on there. So the trades are already starting, and of course the messiness is coming with it, because immediately after JJ Reddick signs with the Lakers, Trae Young drops a tweet with the hourglass emoji. I'm just like, come on, son, already. I don't know. Y'all tell me out there. Would y'all want Trae Young on the team? How y'all feel about Trae Young? Tell me about how y'all feel about Trae Young. You know what I mean? Also, then besides free agents, and there's plenty out there. And if you're gonna get one, I think we should be probably either a center or a point guard would be the best ones we get. Chris Paul could be another one there to be a backup point guard. I personally wouldn't like to have AR as our point guard. He could handle the ball at the end, but at the same time, I don't want him to be our backup point guard. I don't mind AR in the starting lineup. Maybe he might end up being the backup, the second lineup. I mean, the B team, but at the same time, I still would rather a point guard. I'd like AR as a shooting guard. I hope that we take a center at 17 and Bronny, see if we could get him at 55. Maybe not. You know what I mean? We might have to do some moves to get both. To get Edie, if we wanted to get Edie at 17, we would probably have to make a move to maybe jump up for that. And then at that, Bronny might be, gone before 55. So we might have to buy a pick or switch a pick out or something like that. And I'm just like, do we want to do all that? Do we really want to do all that? I don't know. Anyway, but I think it might be worth the investment. Y'all let me know if y'all think that. You know what I mean? Let me go through some of these comments. I was just trying to get through my segment regarding JJ Reddick. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that, please. I really appreciate the discourse, guys. Would you want our Lakers to win the in-season championship again? Hell yeah, why not? It wasn't like we were planning on winning the in-season tournament and then we were planning on losing in the playoffs. We wanted that smoke, and I want our team to want that smoke. I want our team to be able to say, "Hey, all right, y'all poo-pooing it like y'all poo-poo the bubble, but do y'all have a championship? Do y'all have an in-season championship? No. We are always looking to achieve, and that's definitely something that I do appreciate having Bron on the team. Don't get me wrong. Sooner or later, it's going to come to an end, and I'm not going to say I'm going to cry about it when it do, but at the same time, while the man is here, I like the fact that he is not pleased when we lose. I'll take that every single time. I'll take it every single time. It's complicated sometimes, but I'll take it every single time. So I'll take the in-season tournament to go ahead and add that up there to the new banner, and I will definitely also take the championship next year too, if we could do it. God willing, basketball gods, wherever you're out there, please. Bless a kid. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Craig. Oh, are you at the dentist? I don't know. Craig, you're out there. If you're out there again, let me know what's going on with you, man. I just came from the dentist and they just made my pockets a good amount lighter, man. It wasn't cool, but we must do what we must do. I do not like my teeth hurting at all. And so I made sure I nipped that in the bud before I had a bigger problem. Guys, I think our Lakers will be a higher seed this upcoming season. I just need to draft good players. I agree. I think that we could have definitely. I think we definitely I don't think we underestimate us Laker fans. I don't think we underestimate the loss of Vando, but I think the rest of the sporting world, when they're looking at the situation, undervalue the loss of Vando. And one player doesn't really take away the entire team. But hell, if we lost AD, that would definitely take us down. If we lost Bron, that would definitely take us down. And some of our other players are definitely very, very important to our team. So, when our defensive switchable defensive stopper gets hurt in the beginning of the season, comes back for a couple of games in the middle of the season, and gets out again, now we got holes all over the place. We can't switch the way we want to switch, and we can't recover the way we want to recover, and we're all over the place. Man, it was looking good too when Vando got out there, man. Vando got out there and he was actually hitting that shot. It was starting to look good. At first it was a little janky, but at the same time, when he was right around the time before he got hurt, he was hitting that thing. He was hitting that thing. So I really, really appreciate it. I really, really hope that he comes back. I hope that we don't get itchy feet and decide to press the trade button on it. You know what I mean? I hope we go through and give it another year with Vando. And if he gets hurt again, then vaya con Dios. So, right. I hope I said that right. Please let me know if I didn't. I'm sorry. I apologize. You know what I mean? I'm representing for everybody today, all over the world. So, but yeah, I definitely feel like we could definitely be back in the contention. I feel every year we have LeBron, you're in contention. So I feel like that could be done. How's the Sparks woman tore her MCL? I heard she tore her ACL, but I will go over that in a couple seconds. Craig, thank you very much for the update. And will Phil Hannity be back? I hope Phil Hannity will be back. We need a Phil Hannity type. We don't need, I mean, having a basketball mind out there is great. Having someone who could speak to the young players in between time to teach them and kind of bring them back to the ideas that they were going over and practicing, that would be the helpful things that they could bring to the team. Phil Hannity is great at that. I feel like he is great at training the young players, but at the same time, there needs to be connective tissue between Phil Hannity and the head coach. So I'd like to think that they're going to basically bring in some other guys, but Phil Hannity, I would love to have him back as our player development coach. I don't know if he is looking to be a coach somewhere else. I mean, I'm sure he's probably happy and comfortable here, so why not? Anyway, so that's basically my Lakers talk. Hit me up if you have any other questions, guys. But if for right now, I'm going to go into a little bit of WNBA news. The W, guys. I tell you right now, it's been a roller coaster season for the W right now, man. So many things going on, so much drama and controversy, and all kind of like this person's this, and name calling and telling people that. Check. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Let's go ahead and check my mic to make sure it's back on and it's doing it right, doing what it's supposed to do. Audio, check. Nope. Here we go. Check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Okay, I think we're back, guys. I think we're back. Okay, great. Audio's good. And we are straight. So I apologize for that real quick. Trying to mess with my mic for some reason. I don't know why. We leave it alone. Don't touch it. Anyway, but yeah, lots of different things going on, crazy stuff going on, but we're still getting good basketball. See through all that foolishness, block out all the videos, the ESPN and Fox News and all the other foolishness, and just watch games. Just watch games. You don't even have to have the NBA League Pass. Personally, right now I'm looking at well, they went to commercial break, but I'm watching the Liberty play the LA Sparks on Amazon Prime. It's all over. You can't say that you don't know where to find it. And WNBA's season League Pass is $35. So come on. If you're going to support, do it. You could do that. At the same time, you could also support by watching the game, and just actually watching the game, and you get to know the players and you get to know what's going on, the real things that's going on, not the talking points and the controversial clickbaits. Don't worry about all that. It's basketball. It's straight basketball, plain and simple. Don't worry about no genders, no nothing. It's just basketball. You know what I mean? But there was a crazy early game today, and I'm mad that I missed it. I don't know why would they even have a game on at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, bro. Really? That's the kind of time y'all on right now. But the Chicago Sky played the Dallas Wings. I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking up like I'm always looking at the air. I hope you're not looking up my nose, my nostrils. They're clean. Anyway, but I'm just gonna look up my eyes and keep my nose down. Anyway, guys, I'm messing with y'all. Anyway, so the Chicago Sky played the Dallas Wings today at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. And the Chicago Sky came through and broke their losing streak and have won. They won. They were at home, and I believe they were at home. And they have won. Now their record is 5-10, 5-10, and the Dallas Wings are 3-11. Of course, the Wings had Miss Arika Ogumawale, definitely lights out. Absolutely lights out. She got the handle, she got passing, she could basically hit you, she could hit the game winner. Legendary Arike. I wish that she would have made the what's going on, James Colwell? What's going on with you, bro? Thank you for stopping by, man. I really appreciate you. Rika Gumbawali, she I wish she would have made the Olympic team, but that team's hard to get on, bro. It's like the guest list at the party. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't on it, you ain't on the list. Hit the bricks, bro. So she dropped 31 in this game, but nobody else on her team looked like they had it today. Everybody else on their team don't look like they had much of anything. And it wasn't like she was the only person shooting. I see 1 of 8, 2 of 5, 3 of 7, 4 of 9. That's not even threes. That's the regular field goal percentage, 3 of 7. So either she was the only one trying to shoot, or everybody was just clanking it all day. But Angel Reese did the damn thing and came through with her 7th rookie record-breaking 7th straight consecutive double-doubles. She had a 16-18 game with 8 offensive rebounds. Doing work. I didn't get to watch the game, but I watched the highlights afterwards. And she was just that ball was coming down. She was putting up. She was running the court. She was running the floor to lay up for herself, even though I feel like she kind of double dribbled or traveled. I don't know exactly what it was. She picked a dribble and she kind of switched hands like this. I was like, come on now. But I've seen Bron do worse. Anyway, just being real. So, but anyway, but yes, she was putting in work today. She had 16-18 with 3 assists and 2 steals. Also, Cardozo was out there doing the work. I love to see Cardozo and Angel Reese in the starting lineup together. I think that team going forward after this year, they're going to get solid. They're going to get some more pieces. They're going to come together and really get some practice in, and they're going to be nice next year. I'm going to get me my Chicago Sky Reese jersey, plain and simple. It is what it is. Cardozo came through with 9 and 11 herself, and Mabry. I don't know how to say the name. I just say Mabry. I think that's how you say it, Mabry. Let me see what's her first name. I can't remember her first name. Marina Mabry. Yeah, Marina Mabry. I think she actually played with Agubawali at Notre Dame. She had 19 points. She was 3 of 6 from 3. And Kennedy Carter had 19 points. Kennedy Carter moved into the starting lineup. I'm just like, yo, she kind of nice. I like her. She got what's the name? She got fire in her. She could drive the hole. She could shoot a little bit. You know what I mean? She's not like a big 3-point shooter, but at the same time, she's not afraid to take it to put her head down and take it to the hole. And she could pull up Jay or take it and give you the English. She's solid. I like her as a guard. So they did the thing with 12 from Evans off the bench, and they came through and won the game. So as of right now, the Chicago Sky are 5-9, like I said, in the Eastern Conference, and they are second to last, unfortunately, though, in the Eastern Conference, right above the Washington Mystic, who had the second pick in the draft. Obviously, high picks in the draft because you were a bad team before. They were a bad team, and they're still a bad team. But hey, that's where you get the draft picks in, and you build from there. Like I believe the Dallas Wings are definitely going to continue to build. They're going to get better. Right now, of course, though, at the top of the whole entire league right now is the Connecticut Sun with 13-1. They lost their first game. I forgot who beat them for their first game. I don't remember. If anybody knows in the chat, hit me up. I just don't want to have time to go look for it right now. Followed by the New York Liberty, who is 12-3, and the Minnesota Lynx, who is the top in the West, but they're both tied at 12-3. I'm seeing they shot a ball and they caught a wedgie. But the New York Liberty are right now currently up 81-73. So they're about to put this game away. It's the fourth quarter with 5 minutes left. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. And yes. Cameron Brinks has been hurt. She tore her ACL during the game yesterday. I was watching the clips after the game, and as soon as I saw it, I said, that's an ACL. I mean, correct me if it's an MCL. My man Craig said that it was an MCL. ACL is, I knew it was one of those ligaments just by seeing it. I've never had that injury before, but I've seen plenty of those happen, and I knew it when I saw it. I was like, oh man, and that's the season for her. So I really, Cameron, get well soon. I really was hoping to see you, and I know you were hoping to experience this first rookie year with that rookie class of Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, and do your best and really fight it out for that rookie of the year. It's going to be a great race, but I'm sorry that you're not going to be able to continue to compete for it. But I know you're going to come back next year bigger and better than ever, and it's going to be great for the LA Sparks. You and Rekia Jackson are going to be killing it out there next year. But Rekia, she's still on there, and she's definitely going to be fighting for her minutes and for her rank and her respect. Give some respect to Rekia Jackson of the Sparks. I'm about to look at the box score in a second. I want to get through some of the other points that I had to make today. So their next matchup is actually against I'm sorry, I'm back to talking about the Chicago Sky. Their next game, yes, their next game is Sunday against the Indiana Fever. It's their third and final game of the season. Actually, no, that's their third game of 4 games this season. They play each other 4 times. That's going to be amazing. It almost was kismet that they put them in the same conference so we could see them play each other as many times as possible for every single season. See, y'all act like the WNBA don't be thinking. They be thinking. They be knowing. They be knowing. It is what it is. They're rookies. They're going to get better. They're going to have some worse, some bad times. They're going to have some good times. Just give them some time. You know what I'm saying? Give them time. So I'm definitely going to try my best to watch that game. It's going to be on ESPN at 4 p.m. The Indiana Fever against the Chicago Sky. And it's going to be in Chicago. All right. I know Chicago Sky, they lost to the Fever twice. So I know they're going to try to basically at least get one of these wins this year against the Fever and continue to, make this, keep that rivalry going. That whole team has a rivalry. So it's great. It's amazing. Good. It's good for the sport. It's good for the sport. Nobody, I haven't seen any blood except for, from Angel Wilson on the floor. So, it's basketball. It's basketball, guys. But, definitely prayers up for Cameron. Stay whole in yourself. And I saw your Instagram tweets. So I know that you're definitely in good spirits, even though I know you're very, very saddened by this, but it's okay. I understand. Also, so real quick, just going over some of the standings right now in the WNBA. Like I said, Minnesota is actually at the top of the West with Seattle Storm. Those two are going to be some really, really heavy hitters. I don't know who is the 6th team that's going to go in. I think it's the top 8 that go into the playoffs for the WNBA. So 4 from the East, 4 from the West, and as of right now, if that was the case, Indiana will be facing the Connecticut Sky if the playoffs were to start today, and Minnesota will be playing the Mercury. Mercury have been fighting to stay relevant in it right now, and the Vegas Aces are trying their best to stay even keeled, because right now they were taking a plunge, but they got their the last game they got a win. So as of right now, they are 5-5 in their last 10. So they haven't been doing very well. As of right now, they are just above 500 by 1 game. But heroics by Jackie Young and Angel Wilson, 30 each. Actually, I think Jackie had 31 and Asia had 24 with a double-double. 28 with a double-double, of course. And they got that win. And also Clark, I can't remember her first name. Gosh darn it. Erica? Anyway, their point guard, Clark, who is usually there alongside Plum. She came back. So of course they are ready. Oh, not Clark. I'm tripping. Chelsea Gray. I don't know why I'm tripping. Chelsea Gray. I don't know why the name Clark was in my mind. Caitlin, I guess. But yeah, Chelsea Gray, she's back. She was dishing out dimes. Chelsea Plum was dishing out dimes. So they're back and they're ready to start making their climb back up the ranks. But hey, it's not given. You have to get it. It's earned. Everything is earned. So they're gonna try to do their thing, but I'm sure Chicago, if they could do anything about it, they're gonna try to make it a very interesting run between the Fever and the Sky for that last spot in the Eastern Conference playoffs, as the Dallas Wings, the Sparks, and Mystics are probably going to be left out of the playoffs as of right now. But you never know what might happen. It's not a long season, but it's not going to end until the end of September or mid-September. So we got a lot of basketball still ahead of us, guys. So go out and watch you a basketball game. Watch some WNBA now that the NBA is gone. I mean, I know you still getting some great NBA news from me, from Empire Jeff, from Dan, the Laker fan, from Trevor out in Laker Nation. All the good people in the Laker family out here. Thank you so much for doing your job and just letting us know, as you know, everything that's going on with our team, the Lakers. We live and breathe purple and gold, guys. Purple and gold all day. So I really appreciate you guys for coming through. Thank you so much for the comments. Please, as you do, before you leave here, like, comment, subscribe, share me with your friends. Go ahead and push that notification bell so y'all know when I go live again. Find me on Instagram at Call Me Nakomi, on X or Twitter at Call Me Nakomi with the number 1. And you can email me at callmenakomi@gmail.com. That's CALLMENK, MENAKOMI. You see it you see it on the screen. Stop playing around at gmail.com. But thank you again so much for coming through. Please remember to take care of everyone. Take care of everyone. Take care of everyone you love. Take care of people around you, even if you don't know them. It doesn't take no time to share a little bit that you have to offer with someone who needs some help. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. And may your shot always stay wet, people. Have a good one.